we don't hit the block till the street lights come on. We don't hit the block till the street lights come on. Scheming on a plot that we might come on. So many ways to guap and ain't no one wrong. They worry about what's hot, we tryna keep ourselves warm. And that's just a typical day in the hood. Hustling morning, noon, and night the way that we should. I'm on the jack with my brother and I'm praying he good. But if you not, we gon' get it any way that we could. Believe that.
We got D-Strict from the Next Level.
Yeah, it's your boy D-Strict representing Next Level, man. We in Northeast Portland right now, Champions Barbershop, and it's about to go down, man.
We got Patron.
What up, For MCs By MCs, Patron, Evergreen, Washington, what up?
Got Young Nate.
Young Nate Money Gang. Rest in peace, Jersey. I'm gonna let my man introduce himself.
Yo, it's Albet. You already know what it is. Portland, let's go.
Already. Battler on my right, introduce yourself.
What up, it's Heretic, For MCs By MCs, Team Slick Talk, AHAT Washington. What's up, Portland? Let's go.
Since you're on my right, you gonna call in there.
All right. Heads.
Tails.
You first.
Round one on Heretic.
You know, I can tell my brain's dense. It actually took me a little bit to figure out what's your name, man. First, I was like, is it Albet? Because his name is Albert, and he likes to gamble a lot. But it's pronounced bit, not bet. I couldn't figure it out. It was driving me crazy. I couldn't handle it, dog. Then all of a sudden it hit me, and it was so evident that Albet is how you pronounce Albert when you got a bad speech impediment. See, back in the day, he would introduce himself to the class as Albet. The teacher would be like, stop playing games. He'd be like, I'm not, it's Albet. That's how you say my name. The teacher would be like, it's Albert, not Albet. You can get it right through proper practice and conditioning. You'd be like, I am saying it right, it's Albet, you're just not listening. And I kind of feel your lines. Now, lisp probably helps you put together words that don't really rhyme. I mean, this guy can rhyme garbage with Harvard and still get away with it because he sounds halfway retarded. I mean, look what you started. Acting all G.I. Joe with your flow, when inside I know this kid's Barbie. Like, yeah, you might got the pen game of Eminem, but it's mixed with the intimidation factor of Biz Markie, and you let multiple syllable rhyme schemes dictate your content. You don't do it on purpose, though, it's all subconscious. See, you think of a bunch of random words that rhyme and come up with a line to connect them, but a real MC writes a line and inserts the right rhyme to perfect them. That's why most of what you write, straight trash and a complete lack of substance, you display that. You should watch all my classics, give each set up a playback, and I'll teach you how to really work an angle like a teacher in debate class. See, you've been pretty much using the same flow since your first endeavor. You came up with one style like, fuck it, this will probably work forever. All you do is rhyme a bunch of words together to make it sound like your verse is clever, stuck in an abusive relationship with multiple syllable rhyme schemes but afraid to search for better. See, your whole style, you probably think the way you rhyme is timeless, but I can tell you jacked your whole style from Jedi mind tricks. That's why you rap violent, because you barely get any ass, so instead it's all about how you let the semi-blast sounding like a retarded-ass mini-pass. And I know the white boys feel your style. They like, Albert can hang. That boy, he really spitting some flame. But it's funny, B-E-T are the last three letters of your name, because when I watched your footage, none of the brothers in the room looked entertained.
Make some noise.
Is you ready for this?
Let's go.
Albert, it's on you.
So you drove all the way down to Portland to die over some rap shit. Knowing your moms ain't got 10 grand for a casket, and she ain't even got the 1,500 for the ashes, they gonna have to bury you in the backyard with the cat shit. That's it. Man, let me tell y'all how this battle happened. You see, young Nate hit me up. I was getting some head. He said he had a battle, and it might involve you getting some bread. I said, word. I kicked Heretic's bitch off the bed. That very thick, hairy bitch slipped, tripped on a leg, and split open her head. I told Nate, set up the date, and he's dead. Then I started writing this verse for you. Man, the only reason why I chose those beginning words to use, you getting smoked by my pen if you don't stay on your toes like Murder Mook. So it's Albet versus Heretic. Man, no one gives a fuck about you. It's just another reason for me to start punching scheming. Everybody knows you about to get fucking ethered. You wouldn't beat me with a long shot. That's a buzzer beater. I'm roasting the kid. Justin Bieber. Oh, you bare arms like a muscle t-shirt? Well, my murder weapon, vehicular manslaughter. I'll run him over with a fucking Kia. The bumper eats you through the windshield, cut his features. He'll be hitting the glass like a junkie tweaker, but fuck the bars. Man, I don't need to do that shit. Cause you a huge ass bitch. In all of your battles, you talk about social media like you constantly use that shit. Is that true, faggot? That's all you do? That's it? Facebook, Twitter? I don't even really use that shit. YouTube views, that's it. I just do this shit to prove no one can spew that sick. And you call yourself Heretic, promoting atheism. That's your view, that's sick, but you religiously logging on like Ramadan to view that shit. See, before the battle, when he was trying to show me some love, he like, let's go cypher. Flow with me, cuz, I'll smoke you some bud. I didn't know who he was. He looked lonely as fuck, homeless and drunk. I was gonna throw him $1 to pay the toll for the bus, and then when they called the name Heretic, and you rose to the front, what was going on in my dome was enough. I was going totally nuts. Virgin Mary with his cervix buried. Holy fuck! But you president of your division. Oh, that's real pimping. But between me and you, man, there's a real difference. My raps make you feel different. Your raps lack any real conviction. This president known for a sucking like Bill Clinton, but I ignore the politics. I cannot tell a lie, the story's obvious. I didn't want to uppercut his gut, but I would his teeth like George Washington, so stop pretending then. I'm a rapper that you are not better than. These bars would shock an elephant like Thomas Edison. We could box to settle it. My fist will rush more to rock your president. And you being commander-in-chief, for this battle, that's real relevant. You must have killed hella kids. To get to that position, you must be real intelligent, but you live in a lie. It's real evident. To keep it 100, you like Ben Frank, cause your name on it, but you ain't a real president, cause you don't know who you are or what your identity is. To kill Heretic, I got the remedy, kid. Your homie should start pouring out a Hennessy drip. Your president getting killed on cam for parading in the West on some Kennedy shit. So riddle me that. Riddle me this, you little insignificant bitch. Why'd you want to battle me? After this, no one's gonna want to dig up your ditch. Lyrically, you're literally shit. I ain't feeling that fillery shit you scribbled and writ. You ain't a man, you really a bitch. This is the first lady trying to be a president since Hillary did. That's time.
Make some noise.
I can't wait till my brother gets on.
Right, too.
I was taught this, to never talk shit to those you want boxed with. So you put hands on me, stop it. Watch how quick you get accosted. I'm a heretic. So my job is to turn your biggest believers into agnostics. See, this is where you came to die. I'll turn a venue into a hospice. You writing checks your ass can't cash, not knowing what the cost is. You middle management material. You stay getting shit on by bosses. I'll captivate the crowd's attention and hold their mind hostage, then kill it with an unorthodox approach like the Northwest caustic. But now here I am, in your hometown, in front of your own crowd, feeling extra brave, like you had this battle in a barbershop. But we can still go outside and catch the fade. And if your homie said you could rap, well, like a sheep going on an escapade from where the shepherd stay, or a bullet that don't hit the target when the weapon spray, you've been led astray. Your bars won't get a rise out of me like a broken pressure gauge. I don't know why they let you battle him, let alone stand next to Nate. You probably thought a bigger name would move you onto a better stage, but how are you gonna blow up off me when you already failed to detonate? Now, in your battle with Cold Bones, now in your battle with Cold Bones, you said you were at the peak of your game. Not battles at a bus stop. Y'all was yelling, I respect you every single time the bus stopped. But I guess you kind of came a long ways if that's where you started off, because now you got a roof over your head like, holy shit, I finally made it. I'm battling inside a barber shop. And you? The type of nerd that overly uses big words, rhyme lyrical with spiritual, like shit, this is gonna be a sick verse. You a cigarette rolling, PBR sipping, bona fide hipster, wasn't around in the beginning of the Northwest battle scene, but showed up as soon as something hip stirred. See, I ain't new to this, I do this shit way before it was lucrative. There's a difference between us and the reasons why we choose to spit, cause I was raised to just kill MCs to prove my crew was sick, but you're from a generation that's obsessed with how many views you get. That's why your bars are bland and far from fresh. And if it was up for you to give the fans food for thought, they would starve to death. You just do anything to force your rhymes together and make your bars connect, building primitive shelters but thinking you can fuck with a full-fledged classical architect. See, you always rushing through your rhymes like you're running behind, like you want to hurry to get to your next rhyme. Instead of taking the time to breathe life into your rhymes, you stuck with nothing but deadlines. So no diss, because maybe you ain't noticed or just don't know this, but your whole delivery flatter than a chick with no tits. But hey, go big. And represent for monotone MCs, specifically the first MC in history more monotone than me. Time.
Make some noise.
Yeah.
Man, don't you know there's already a famous battle rapper with the name Heretic?
I had it first.
That's established a name, and you spell it the same? So you trying to climb and claim to fame using that name, and that's lame. That's like posting an ad on Craigslist, a back page, selling a 2012 Black Range, and when you arrive at the back gate, it's a Pathfinder with the cracked frame. No wonder why you have that feeling a bad shame, because you stealing a fan base by just stealing a damn name. So that's what you going with? Heretic the heathen? Well, I'm Aaron the Tech. Tear off your leg. Now you a paraplegic, paragillettes, right there in your neck. That area leaking. Cherish what's left. Prepare for your death. This your burial treatment. Heretic the heathen. I get to squeeze in your neck region, you'll barely be breathing. Since he wanna be street, then he'll get buried in semen. A heathen is someone who doesn't believe in organized religion or various beliefs or conform to cherish a leader. A heretic is essentially the same thing. It's barely a secret. You very misleading, so I ain't feeling them words from you. That's like me calling myself the stealing burglar or the killer murderer. So I'ma tie him up to even the odds. Your girl's a hooker who accepts Visa cards. Your mom's a slut who gets fucked in a leotard. Your dad's a fag who taught you how to be in charge. Battle rap back office. And you ain't even hard. Calls himself Heretic. I believe he wrong. The real Heretic in London. Eating strong. He's a fraud. We can brawl. Straight right, late night, plane flight. You'll be seeing stars. This lonely child resembles Gomer Pyle. Ironic, you getting beat with bars. So why you trying to be a battle rapping dumb rhymer? I mean, you look like a plumber or a truck driver. Your girl's a slut. Constantly. She ain't a sometimer. She was faded. Going from bar to bar. Like a punchliner. That dirty guzzling cum diver leaving a trunk open, parking on poles like a drunk driver. I know that bar was kinda whack. That's gross. And it made me seem like a giant ass. But your girl, man, she has a sign attached to a vagina that says, mind the gap. So why you acting all cocky? Are you kidding, bro? Are you jotting this sloppy? That's a scribble flow. You wanna start boxing with Ali? Let's get it, Holmes. I'll be rocking his body like kidney stones. So after this second round, I ain't playing games. Get close enough, get opened up with a razor blade. I'm smacking him down to put crack in his mouth like Snoop Dogg in Training Day. And I ain't feeling none of your irrelevant lines. You're just an ordinary guy. There's nothing extraordinary in anything you write. Goose quill, your pen is just lie. You just a normal white suburban stereotype. You battle rap as every step of your life as dull as the end of a knife that's been severing ties. I guess I gotta flip this plane, bitch, like Denzel in The Flight. And you just coming up here trying to be funny? You think that's chill, bitch? Trying to make the crowd laugh? You think that's ill shit? Man, it lacks brilliance. So standing up telling jokes, I'ma crack his head like Cat Williams. That's round two.
Make some noise!
Now, Albet, who the fuck are you? I still can't figure it out. Not after all your battles I suffered through. See, I really want to know. I ain't even on no hater shit. Cause you kind of rap a little thuggish, but dress like you want some skater shit. Claim Portland, but sound like a Jew from the East Coast. Have great bars, but bad delivery and a weak flow. Kinda sound original, but get accused of biting bars on the regular. Rap like you hustle, but look like you work behind a Forever 21 cash register. See, I'm the type of predator known to break down my opponents and leave my enemies lifeless. And you can watch my last couple classics and see it gets real bad when you put me up against a walking, talking identity crisis. So all that gangster shit, I don't know why you fake it, dog. You ain't a major boss known for making guap or spraying Glocks. You ain't ever been on the block when they raid the spot. You ain't ever had to duck a fatal shot. Bitch, you a hipster from Portland. You probably got a stable job in a bagel shop. So all that gangster talk, I don't believe a word of it. Like, what in the fuck would you look like locked up doing a murder bid? Cause it's easy to be a G when you making money, living large, fucking bitches, dipping cars, but you ain't fitting in with the Mexican mafia, the Aryan nation, or the Muslims out there on that prison yard. So keep spitting bars like you hard, but something's fishy, and according to rumors, you pussy inside. I'll bet Albet's core's tuna. See, hip-hop's about being yourself, but you seem to have got that ass backwards. You could have been anything you want, but chose to be a whack rapper. That's why I'm sick of all these backpackers turning to hardcore gat clappers. Like, yeah, you got some good lines, but what's a good line from a bad actor? You an imposter, a phony, a fake fraud. Battle rap ain't your career path, so don't quit your day job. And speaking of your day job, you almost could get this day off, and now you still here getting this work. I guess you really ain't get the day off, and I bet your homies pumped you up. But homie, you ain't one of us. You ain't on the battle rap roster. You an imposter. When it comes to white MCs, guys like these are the reason they make fun of us. And this funny fuck was dumb enough to actually put money up, but you not a threat. Not gonna do a young Nate pocket check if I really wanted to take your $100. So go on your little 12-bar multiple syllable rhyme schemes. But every time you lose us, like you ain't got the right to say it's overheads. When you purposely try to confuse us. If battle rap's your passion, I urge you to find a new love, cause Portland needs another whack white rapper like it needs another brew pub. Time.
Make some noise.
Albet, so this is who y'all sent to preach the bit, to teach me shit. Man, that last round was weak as shit. Eat a dick. Man, you the equivalent to a piece of shit. When I wrote these raps in my pad, I ethered him, so I ain't gotta speak a bit. He already died in a book like Jesus did. So third round, and there's gonna be some heavy surgery. Lately I've been on a deadly murder spree. When you ain't battle rapping, you a tranny. And your dress is burgundy. You wear makeup and curl your weave and head to the dirty streets. Round 3, get in that bag. Oh, you ain't ready currently? I guess I gotta aid this queen to his death like Freddie Mercury, and I heard you in Undercover. Oh, you a fat Jake? Oh, that's cool. That's great. Maybe I'm tripping, or I'm that blazed, or I'm that dude in my crew that kills a cop like half-baked, so I'ma dead him in seconds. You see, my method is reckless. You'll get found years from now. In the depth of the desert, all that's left is the skeletal remnants. Forensic detectives couldn't even identify the body with the dental records. The county had scientists, chemists requested to start testing the marrow to compare it to the parents to make a relative connection, but couldn't find a relative connection. It was mentally deceptive. The only indicator that it was this bitch decaying was the metal engraved on that sentimental necklace his father left him right before this battle. He wished him luck, said break a leg while they having eggs for breakfast. He told his son to side up, he should have scrambled. Right when he was approached, he knew this was over easy. You getting yoked. I'm the best, I said it. See, your dad told you to break a leg. My dad told me to break your egg. You about to get beheaded, and your bitch, I'll dead her quick. She a ratchet. Spandex with the leopard prints, light flashing on a sketch of kicks, hoop rings, weaves with extension kits, eyebrow shave replaced with a felt tip on some reckless shit. Knife to her waist like a catcher's mitt. I'll make discount, take half off like a membership. She bleeding now, leaking now, her estrogen. Entire place covered in spaghetti mix, intestines ripped. Knife game, steady grip, shredding ribs, spread her width like a pregnant bitch. Deadly shit, demented shit. My head is twisted like the exorcist. I knock him the fuck out. His head gets split, he wake up, he don't remember shit. I hit him again, he back in the days, he trying to reminisce, yo. See, my rhymes stick to me. Yeah, my bars loyal, I get high and right. Off some strong oil. Soon as I'm stoned, I turn beast like a gargoyle, and I ain't got no more time to kill. See, my rhymes are ill. I'm in my prime still, I define skill. He ain't got any bars, he just projects. Like a slide film, he pretend that he hot. Like a fire drill. You don't sign deals, you like Jerry Seinfeld. Every sign failed. But with the bars, I need to stop with a minute. Because I'm about to prove why being an atheist and a politician is a contradiction. So, you president of your place's division, but you believe in atheism. So you replacing religion with patriotism, calling yourself a heretic. Man, you stating your vision is blatantly different from faith and opinions of pagans and Christians, but you looking up to a higher power that placed your position. And you're gonna do and say what he listed. You still conforming. That part of your brain isn't different from any man who's afraid of living. That's your own grave you're digging. A heathen believes in freedom. It's like you trying to break into prison. You see, Christianity created capitalism. You following the same basic traditions. Instead of godliness, faith, and constrictions, it's politics and favoritism. You might see them as opposites. You need to change your prescription. It's obvious, maybe occasionally different. Instead of praying that Satan won't plague all the children, a paper is written stating conditions the baby has lived in, sent to a federal or state position for them to weigh an opinion to see if they should make any difference, you see? Moving up in ranks is religious. Ever since ancient Egyptians, you going against everything your name is envisioned. I know it pains you to listen, but you might as well hang pics of Saint Nick in the place that you live in.
Talk that shit!
See, I've been eating this rapper to get my stomach fed. Lyrically, he necrophiliac. Yay fucking dead. You know what I realized? We in a barber shop. I'm like your barber. That's what I fucking said, cause you'll catch the fade to your sideburns, curled up hair, looking fucking dead. I catch the 1-2 all over, like a soldier cut his head, but I'd rather be a rapper and fucking stead. It's like he got a mohawk, the lines I make are a cut above his head, but check this shit. Since we in a barber shop, they gonna wanna replay this like a sports clip. My battles compared to yours, bitch, night and day. Like a grave shift, cause you ain't got any great clips, and your music sucks. Not mine, I got super cut, so this footage might hurt to push. All 3 rounds, he was nervous, shook. Taking this battle wasn't the perfect look. That's time.
Yeah, time.
That's